And you're welcome back. It's time for What's Up and About, and today's topic is going to be a piggyback off of yesterday's topic where we talked about Sister Osinachi and her demise. Unfortunately, we lost her only just last weekend. And yesterday we talked about the incidents here for What's Up and About. And more information has come out. First off, her husband, Mr. Peter Wachuku, has been arrested by the, I think, Abuja police. And more information is also coming out about his actions from when they were married. Unfortunately, many people seem to think, well, there are different concepts to the entire situation. But today we want to talk about what victims could do in these kinds of instances. We heard so many very, very bad stories about one, particularly about how he'd actually make his own or her own children actually beat her. And people came out to say, well, that was an indication that this has gone beyond be careful. That was time to leave. How dare you stay in such a marriage? And many people are also bringing out videos of pastors telling of how marriage is a one-all and you must stay in it regardless. It's you know, and the influence of religion and all of that. But we have plenty to talk about this morning. So
yes,
I don't know. Do you want to express that now?
Yeah. So going up from yesterday, the conversation has been going on and on. But in the public, it took a little, should I say, shift to blaming Osinachi in some way. In some way, because I was talking to a friend yesterday when I was somewhere, and he goes, how did she, in spite of all of this, especially when we heard the stuff with the children, how did she not cry for help? How did she not shout? How was this not an issue? She has a twin sister, according to reports, and now she was ostracized from the family. The man did all of that. Why did she not shout? And so that's where our topic comes today. What can a victim do? At the least, you can shout. At the least, get your family. At the least, get the police involved. At least, talk to somebody. Somebody said something, and you know that thing where someone said, you know that thing they say in marriages when couples get married and then you hear a presiding clergy who says, not only before, he says, when both of you have issues, talk to yourselves. Don't bring a third party. So this guy I was listening to, he said, whenever he hears that, and when he will stand up, and whoever it is, he will shut the person up and say, no. There are quite a lot of things you should get third parties involved in, and domestic violence is one of them.
You know, this is stemmed from a lot of foundational issues in our society, in our culture, and even in religion, in our religion as a people. Okay, so first off, we live in a society where a woman is seen to be the fixer. There's a problem in the home, it's her fault. There's a divorce situation, she did not handle it properly. There's a separation situation, the man cheats, she's definitely not satisfying him, you know, sexually. A woman is always seen to be blamed for everything that happens at the home front. Hence, one of the reasons many women do not feel the need to speak up and speak out till it gets to the point where, you know, we're talking about it now. There's been many reports of domestic violence in the last 1 year. Even according to reports, a certain newspaper reported that at least in 2021, there was a report of domestic violence at least once a week that involved maiming or killing the spouse. It has, you know, degenerated to that point. Domestic violence has become easily accepted and approved in this climate. Even you have the law. Here, I was reading up this morning and I came up with this revelation and it was quite baffling. Listen, even the penal code has made, even the penal code legalizes a man beating up his wife as a way of correcting her if she misbehaves. Section 55(1)(d) of the penal code made this provision. Nothing is an offense which does not amount to the infliction of grievous hurts upon any person, which is done by a husband for the purpose of correcting his wife.
That must be very old.
But then,
it needs to be
it's not being criminalized.
Yeah, that's the point.
So people saying this now, oh yes, I can correct her, I can beat her when she does wrong. Is it right? No. So this has, at this point, now I hear the federal government and other people are wading in on it. It is time it became part of. It becomes part of the Constitution, where if a man beats his wife, this is your punishment.
Okay, so I also want to touch on something that we talked about this morning just before we started the show, and that is the play for religion, how religion also, might be...
Normally we want to talk about that guy, let's go all the way.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
This is
man?
what I think. First off, check out her dedication to religion. That's one thing.
Yeah.
She was very obviously, she was Sister Osinachi. She was definitely dedicated when it comes to
She was one of the leaders in the choir.
One of the leaders in the choir. She was a minister herself.
She was a minister.
You know. So you can imagine what would happen if she was to say, "Oh, I'm no longer interested in this marriage." You can imagine the ostracization, the stigmatization, and all of that.
Let me
so that
this.
is also an
singer
influence in all of this.
After she divorced, a very prominent man of God took a stand on his pulpit and said that she was not going to be invited to any program he was involved in because she had her
So
home.
those are some of the issues that we're going through currently that are causing people to remain in these kinds of situations.
So they feel
now,
like, yes.
So my question now goes even further. Now, that's one generation, our generation. The second generation coming after us, I'm wondering, what is their take on marriages?
But we have men of God. We have GOs. We have GOs, Pastor Chris Oyakilome, Pastor Chris Okotie. We have there are many of them that are divorced. Did the world end?
No, it didn't. But where I'm going now,
it's a man.
Where I'm going now
is... It's a man's world.
The next generation, how do they view marriages? Because I saw something today, I can't remember who it was, I think it was an entertainer who said, the way things are going, people are making marriages seem like a scary endeavor. Institution. So what's the point of endeavoring or getting married? You also had something from the past where you say marriages should actually run in tenors.
It will happen. It will happen. People will come up and say, let's do 3 years. At the end of 3 years, can we move forward? Let's renew our vows. And it will be like that.
Okay, before we wrap this up, I really need to quickly say something because I feel that another reason why a lot of people are not speaking up, a lot of victims are not speaking up is because they do not know that there are actually organizations that can actually cater to them. If you are a victim of domestic violence, there's a domestic sexual response violence team in Lagos State. You can reach them on, I really don't have their lines right now, but you can look them up on their social media platforms at DSVRT or even Google them. There are organizations that would actually cater to you. So don't die in silence. Speak up, talk to someone, reach out to these organizations and see how you can help yourself and help your children.
Yes, indeed. There you have it. That's it for What's Up and About. Very solemn one. But we'll be back. We've got more inside of Wake Up Nigeria.